Every analyst is talking about Brazil, France, and Argentina, but the team most likely to quietly collapse before the knockout rounds is Japan, and here's why nobody's saying it loudly enough. Their entire identity depends on pace and high-tempo pressing, yet they've drawn the longest travel schedule in their group, face three opponents who all attack set pieces with height Japan simply cannot match, and their best shot at survival hinges entirely on beating Tunisia in sweltering, humid Monterrey with no air conditioning. 3 points and a prayer. That's Japan's World Cup. Group F. Group F has been called one of the groups of death at this tournament. In the past, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden and Tunisia would not have been considered a particularly deadly group. But for this edition, it counts as one because with 12 groups, the strong teams have been spread out more, and now you have 4 teams with no minnow among them, so it qualifies as a group of death. Right, in a group of death, there is a real team that has to go home. Is there any real chance that one of the strong sides gets knocked out? Netherlands, this time around they are considered dark horse contenders in attack. Although they have been weakened, Xavi Simons cannot play, Cody Gakpo is still not at his best. They actually still have many other young, pacey attacking threats. And their defensive solidity has always been one of Netherlands' strengths. Their physicality is good and the aerial advantage is obvious. This time, the matches are in Texas and in Monterrey, Mexico. The weather is extremely hot, but in Texas there is air conditioning, whereas in Monterrey it is hotter and more humid. But Netherlands have many players of African descent, so they are actually not too worried. And Netherlands play all their matches at night. So the Texas match with air conditioning will not be too hard on Netherlands. Tunisia, as an African side, their quality is the weakest in the group, but they have the shortest travel distance, so they have the endurance to grind it out against you. There is a real group of death feel to it. Sweden. In theory, Sweden are not suited to hot weather, but Sweden's matches are all in the evening and at night, and some even have air conditioning available. Sweden's travel distance is only around 1,500 miles, far less than Japan's 4,400. Japan. In this group, they are the ones in the toughest position. Their travel distance is the most of anyone. Japan fly the most, unlucky, a terrible draw. Japan this time around plays on pace and speed. That is their game. And the more miles you fly, the more you play at pace, the greater your physical drain. Even bigger problem. And it is not just the weather that is the bigger problem. The bigger issue is their lack of height. That is right. I mean, their current centre-backs are actually not short. For example, Ito Hiroki, who has given people trouble, is 1.88 ton, and the other centre-back, Itakura, I'm not sure if that is how you say it. He is also 1.88. In a running game, they are not afraid of being cut open, but their other players' average height is low, so when it comes to defending corners, that becomes a concern. And the 3 teams in the group all excel at the very thing that threatens Japan the most: height-based attacking play on set pieces. All 3 teams are strong on attacking corners, so that is genuinely a headache for Japan because the group you have drawn puts your weakness directly against their strength. Netherlands' average height is among the tallest at this World Cup. The first one is already a problem. Sweden and Tunisia also have average heights above 1.8 meters, but Japan's average height is around 1.76 meters. So in the first match against Netherlands, Netherlands have a real chance of beating Japan on corners alone. This match is nominally a night match in a stadium with air conditioning, but Japan are still facing Netherlands in the first match and will burn through a lot of energy. Add in the likely defeat, and then after that, there are still more travel miles than their opponents. In every match, Japan is at a physical disadvantage, and yet in every match they want to play fast. That is a big problem. Second match against Tunisia in Monterrey, Mexico. An evening match at 29 degrees, humid, no air conditioning. Tunisia will adapt better, but Japanese players are not particularly fond of hot, humid conditions. This match is actually Japan's best chance of getting 3 points, yet it seems possible they might not even win if they only get 1 point there. You only have 1 point going into the third match, another air-conditioned match. Japan will be comfortable physically, but it is against Sweden. And Sweden? By then, Sweden can afford to sit back with a free hand and let Japan come at them. If Japan do not have enough points, they will press forward anxiously, and Sweden will pick them off on the counter. Up front, two quick players, unknown. But the risk is that Japan with 1 point means elimination. Does Japan actually get eliminated? We will come back to that in a moment. Looking at the first match, Sweden against Tunisia, played in Mexico in the evening, 28 or 29 degrees. Tunisia should have the weather advantage. Both sides play fast, but Sweden's level should be slightly better. Sweden's set pieces are slightly better. Sweden are favourites in this one. And after that, Netherlands against Sweden, a night match at 10 o'clock in Houston, air-conditioned stadium. No need to worry. This one favours Netherlands. But Sweden's counter-attacking game with the shorter travel means it is not so easy for Netherlands to win either. A draw is the hope, a win would be ideal. Right, after two matches, Netherlands and Sweden's points will be somewhere around 3 to 4. Tunisia, 1 to 2 points. Japan, 1 to 3 points. In the final round, if Sweden beat Japan and take 3 more points, and Tunisia push forward desperately and let Netherlands take 3 points back, Netherlands win all 3 matches, or they could have 7 points. Either way, Netherlands are certain to advance, and Sweden's chances of finishing second are also strong. The question is, does Japan have any chance of getting the best third-place spot? It really comes down to whether they can beat Tunisia. If they cannot beat Tunisia, even with 3 points, there is still a decent chance of advancing because, as I said, just don't get hammered. Don't let the goal difference get too bad. As long as you don't concede too many, 3 points is actually enough, because you will see that some teams end up with only 1 or 2 points. Some get 3 points, some risk getting hammered. And Japan's chances of getting hammered in this group are actually not that high. It just depends on whether they can beat Tunisia. In fact, if they do beat Tunisia, then in the final match against Sweden, there is less pressure. So actually, Japan, I believe, still have those 3 points and are not truly in danger of going out. Right, that's fine. No matter how big the issues are, as long as Japan and Norway get 3 points and their goal difference isn't drastically poor, they'll advance. So the big takeaway here is that in the group stage, it genuinely doesn't matter that much. As long as you win one match, and in the other matches, you don't get hammered. Out of 12 groups with 16 teams advancing, the group stage really is quite easy and nothing to worry about. So for the strong teams, they're almost guaranteed a spot in the round of 32. You know, the question is what position they finish, but in their respective groups, they'll often encounter beatable opponents, so they'll always pick up at least 3 points. You're not that weak, and sometimes even if you have a bad run and can't win the other 2 matches, 5 points can still sometimes be enough to top the group. So this season, for those strong teams, if we assume they all finish first in their groups, our calculation of the knockout stage will be relatively easy to predict. If you found this breakdown useful and you enjoy this kind of in-depth analysis, a like and a subscribe goes a long way in keeping this channel going and motivating me to keep producing more. Drop a comment below too. I read every single one. See you in the next one.